From the annals of ancient history emerges a figure whose dominion stretched beyond the visible, touching realms few could even fathom. He was a king, yes, but more than that, a prophet. A ruler whose authority was not merely earthly, but divinely bestowed, granting him powers that defy comprehension. How could one man command armies of the unseen? How could he communicate with every creature, from the smallest ant to the mightiest bird? And what kind of kingdom could such a figure possibly build? Prepare to journey into the extraordinary life of Prophet Sulaiman, a monarch unlike any other. Prophet Sulaiman, known as Sulaiman in Islam, was not born into an ordinary household. He was the son of Prophet David, a wise and just ruler himself, renowned for his psalms and righteous judgment. From this lineage of prophethood and kingship, Solomon inherited a unique legacy. But this was not merely an inheritance of wealth or land. It was a transfer of divine wisdom, a mantle of leadership guided by the Almighty. He was destined for a reign that would surpass all others, not by military might alone, but by a grace unknown to mankind. Even from a young age, Solomon demonstrated an exceptional intelligence and a profound sense of justice, a clear sign of the divine favor upon him. But the true extent of his blessings began to unfold in ways that left all astounded. Allah granted him a gift so extraordinary, it would forever distinguish him, the ability to understand the language of animals. Imagine, the whispers of the wind, the chirping of birds, the scuttling of insects, all became clear. This wasn't merely a trick of perception, it was a profound, God-given faculty that connected him to creation in an unparalleled way. This incredible gift was not just for curiosity, it was a tool for his compassionate rule. One day, as Solomon and his vast army marched, an ant, sensing the impending danger, cried out a warning to its colony, "O ants, enter your dwellings, lest Solomon and his soldiers crush you unknowingly." Solomon, hearing this tiny voice amidst the thunder of his army, smiled. He was filled with gratitude, not for the ant's fear, but for its understanding that he, as a prophet, would never intentionally harm Allah's creation. A testament to his empathy, and the humbling power of his divine connection. But his powers extended far beyond the animal kingdom. Allah bestowed upon Solomon command over the very elements. Imagine traversing vast distances, not on horseback or by ship, but carried by the wind itself. With divine permission, the winds became his obedient servant, transporting him and his immense entourage, including his throne, wherever he willed. This wasn't travel, it was instantaneous transit, defying the limitations of space and time. A single morning's journey could cover the distance of a month's travel by conventional means. A truly unfathomable power, granted to a singular king. Perhaps the most astonishing of Solomon's gifts was his unparalleled authority over the Jinn, beings of smoke and fire, often unseen, yet potent forces in their own right. Where others feared or were misled by them, Solomon held absolute command. They served him, not out of choice, but by divine decree. Imagine an army of supernatural entities, working tirelessly, compelled to obey his every instruction. What colossal structures could be erected, what impossible tasks accomplished, with such an workforce at one's disposal? This power was the bedrock of his unparalleled kingdom. With the Jinn and the winds at his command, Solomon's kingdom blossomed into an empire of legendary proportions. Massive palaces, grand temples, and cities of unprecedented splendor rose from the desert sands, seemingly overnight. These were not mere constructions, they were architectural wonders, forged with a speed and precision that defied human capability. The Jinn delved for precious gems, built intricate waterways, and fashioned artifacts of immense beauty and power. His reign wasn't just prosperous, it was miraculous, a testament to Allah's boundless power manifest through his chosen prophet. Indeed, Solomon is considered one of history's four great world rulers, a monarch whose influence spans civilizations. His wisdom and justice were renowned far and wide, making his government the envy of all other kings. He wasn't just a local potentate, he became sovereign in a very short time, his reputation preceding him across vast lands. This wasn't achieved through brutal conquest, but through the awe-inspiring display of his divine gifts and his exemplary devotion to God. A singular leader who brought light to the darkness of his time, his legacy echoes through millennia. Yet, even in a kingdom built on miracles, challenges could arise. One day, during an inspection of his bird army, Sulaiman noticed the absence of the hoopoe, a small but important bird known for its keen sight. Its unexplained disappearance piqued his curiosity. The hoopoe, it turns out, had ventured far, carrying news of a magnificent kingdom ruled by a powerful queen. A queen who, despite her splendor, did not worship Allah. This discovery would set the stage for one of the most compelling encounters in prophetic history, a test of faith and the ultimate demonstration of divine power. Upon its return, the hoopoe recounted a mesmerizing tale. It spoke of Sheba, a wealthy land, and its ruler, Queen Bilqis, who possessed an immense throne and worshipped the sun. Sulaiman, ever the prophet of God, saw this not as a political rivalry, but as a spiritual imperative. He penned a letter, not a declaration of war, but an invitation to monotheism, calling Bilqis and her people to abandon their idolatry and submit to the one God. This letter, carried by the very hoopoe, flew across vast deserts, a divine message delivered by an unlikely messenger. Upon receiving Sulaiman's letter, Queen Bilqis was faced with an unprecedented dilemma. A king whose messenger was a bird, whose words carried an undeniable weight. She consulted her advisors, who, accustomed to earthly warfare, suggested military might. But Bilqis, wise in her own right, sensed a power beyond their comprehension. Instead of confrontation, she decided to send a gift, a test of Sulaiman's intentions and power. She sought to understand the true nature of this prophet king who commanded the very elements and beings of the unseen. Upon learning of Bilqis's approach, Sulaiman desired to demonstrate Allah's immense power, to leave no doubt in her heart. He asked his court, "Which of you can bring me her throne before she and her entourage arrive?" A powerful Jinn offered to bring it before Sulaiman could rise from his seat. But then, a man who possessed knowledge from the scripture made an astonishing claim: he would bring it in the twinkling of an eye. And, incredibly, when Sulaiman looked, the throne was there. How was this possible? An act of teleportation defying all known physics, a profound display of divine authority. When Queen Bilqis finally arrived, she was led into Sulaiman's magnificent palace. As she entered, she was asked if this grand throne was hers. She looked at it, recognizing its splendor, yet it was inexplicably already there. Her initial reaction was, "It looks as though it is the same." Sulaiman's divine gift had placed her most prized possession before her, a clear sign of his unparalleled power. This spectacle, beyond any earthly magic, began to unravel her ingrained beliefs, preparing her heart for the ultimate truth. The final test of her understanding came as she walked towards what appeared to be a pool of water. Unwittingly, she lifted her skirt to avoid getting wet, only to discover it was a floor of polished, transparent glass, beneath which water flowed with fish swimming in it. Sulaiman's architects, surely assisted by the Jinn, had created an illusion so perfect, it deceived even a queen of immense sophistication. This was not mere luxury, it was a profound demonstration of ingenuity and power, designed to challenge her perceptions of reality and the limits of human, and Jinn, capability. It was a final, undeniable proof. Overwhelmed by the undeniable signs, the impossible feats, and the sheer majesty of Sulaiman's kingdom, Queen Bilqis's heart finally opened to the truth. She declared, "My lord, I have wronged myself, and I submit with Sulaiman to Allah, the Lord of the worlds." Her journey from sun worship to monotheism was complete. This was the ultimate victory for Prophet Sulaiman, not a conquest of land, but a triumph of faith. Her story stands as a powerful testament to the persuasive power of divine miracles and the wisdom of a prophet who ruled not just territory, but also hearts and minds. What then was the secret to Prophet Sulaiman's unparalleled reign? It was not his own inherent strength or genius, but the boundless grace of Allah. Every miracle, every dominion, every piece of wisdom was a direct gift from God, the Lord of the worlds. Sulaiman himself understood this profoundly, constantly turning to Allah in gratitude and humility. His story is a poignant reminder that ultimate power, true authority, and lasting dominion emanates solely from the divine. His reign, though extraordinary,
was a vessel for the manifestation of God's glory.
Prophet Solomon's legacy endures as a testament to what is possible when divine will aligns with human devotion. He was a king who commanded the elements, conversed with creatures, and controlled the unseen, yet remained utterly devoted to his Creator. His kingdom, built on miraculous foundations, served as a beacon of justice and monotheism. From the whispering of an ant to the awe of a queen, every facet of his life underscores his incredible status, a prophet king who, through God's immense favor, truly ruled the world, not just through might, but through miraculous power and profound wisdom. His story continues to inspire, a timeless narrative of divine blessings.